Well, the skin is our body's largest organ, and we use soap every day to protect it. I hope so. But do we really know what our soap is made of? The Monitor's Ryan Naquin visited a couple in Warm Springs, Georgia, who are making and selling homemade soap with a little help from their livestock.
Perched in the hills of Meriwether County, Bob and Linda Seymour have been milking their kids for about a decade.
Come here, baby.
But don't rush and call child services just yet. After the couple retired, they needed a way to support their hobby farm, where they raise goats and donkeys that occasionally bite. But it was 10 years ago when then this 54-year-old Linda decided she'd start producing handmade soap from her goat's milk.
This is something that lets us put money back into the farm to take care of the animals and make improvements on the farm.
Using about a pound of goat's milk for every gallon of soap made, Southern Belle Soap Company makes more than 1,000 bars of soap a week.
We had trouble keeping soap made to sell. Goat's milk has peptides in it that encourage collagen development, which is good for the skin.
What started as a small business in her kitchen has now since expanded and takes up the entire basement.
We're on our 4th expansion.
Each soap starts out with the same recipe and is then melted down.
You have one base formula and then you expand from there.
And expand from there she has, with the company now making more than 60 varieties of soap. Linda is cook,
Some parts that we'll be making into soap this afternoon.
worker, and scientist.
Every oil has a different SAP value, the number of molecules that it will accept.
The soaps are made in 50-bar molds where they stay for a couple of days, and then they are cut, carved, and moved to the curing rack.
They're on that curing rack for 4 to 6 weeks. And then we do a pH test to make sure that the pH is 7, which is neutral.
Store-bought soap, Linda says, is made with almost 17 different chemicals and can't actually be classified as soap. But what they really are is a detergent instead.
They legally don't have to list the chemicals that are in the soap, just like we don't have to list the ingredients that we put into our soaps, but because we're proud of what goes into them, we do.
For a small company run out of Meriwether County, their ingredients to make the soap are purchased from all over the world, like this salt they get from the Dead Sea.
We have a milk and mud soap that has Dead Sea mud that it exfoliates and minimizes pores and pulls toxins from the skin. That's why people take the mud baths.
And people aren't the only ones taking baths with Southern Belle soap. They've even made a soap that's healthy for your pets.
There's always something new and interesting to do.
But Linda says once people buy her goat's milk soap for their own use, they're hooked.
Handmade soap is just so much healthier. It doesn't strip the natural oils off the body that chemicals do.
Just goes to show you how with a little help from your kids, anybody can start over with a clean slate. For the Georgia Farm Monitor, I'm Ryan Naquin.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, if you're interested in buying Southern Belle's handmade goat's milk soap, visit their website at sbsoap.com.